afternoon, everyone. I'm Dason from Crunch. You must have heard all over today that everybody is either trying, every e-commerce business is either trying to go mobile or they're already mobile there, right? Yeah, and they're trying to optimize for the mobile web, smartphones, smartwatches, and anything that comes across as a touch device connected by cellular. Now, this problem is very underestimated. It actually is a very big and difficult problem, right? There are concerns of tech, design, the kind of engineering talent you need, right? So typically a good mobile experience, what I'm talking about here is something that a Flipkart has today, a Myntra has today, is at least a 6-month journey, right? And if you lack any of these components, what you're going to end up with is what Kunal earlier said, an uncle-like app, right? So, and this is something a typical IT company or an agency cannot solve, especially because most e-commerce businesses, like here we had Nykaa.com. Nykaa.com runs on a platform called Magento, right? And all of these platforms were built in a pre-mobile era. So we built Crunch. Crunch is a mobile optimization platform that connects to your existing e-commerce store and lets you go mobile overnight. Today in India, we have customers like Cello, PC Jewelers, India Circus, The Elephant Company, Pura. A lot of such customers use us already to power their mobile experience, right? And in the next few weeks, you'll notice they're going to start rolling apps in the market, right? And the main reason they pick us is because we help directly increase your revenues. So how it works, it connects with your existing store. Crunch has a studio, like you can see on the screen. So you can quickly go there, modify and optimize how your existing desktop layout looks for mobile. You can generate landing pages, you can pick up templates, and what you end up with is a truly marketing ready and conversion optimized version ready to go live and start making sales, right? Our technology is unique in the sense that it's something like what a Myntra.com has today. So if you click, you start navigating, it's all instant. There's absolutely no wait times, right? A few examples on screen, right? So this is what we call optimized for touch, right? It's completely optimized for 2G, 3G, and 96% of India's mobile traffic and globally. We notice customers browse 4x faster and more on Crunch-powered experiences, right? We don't just provide a basic catalog, but a layer of m-commerce features like your search, your geolocation insights. You can shake your phone to receive an offer, right? So that's the business we are into, and we are a 15 people strong team based out of Mumbai. Prior to this, we founded 2 companies, Webly, which was an e-commerce consultant, and that's where we acquired our domain knowledge. Prior to that, we also had an experience with a B2C company called TextMe, which had 70,000 plus users. And that's all.
So I'm not quite sure I understand what your product is. Is it translating your e-commerce site into a mobile site?
That's right.
Do you do that at runtime, real time? Or do you do that as a one-off thing and then it becomes your mobile site?
No, so we are a SaaS product, right? So the system itself, the technology plugs into your existing e-commerce site, yeah, and in real time optimizes it for mobile.
Okay, so it's a real-time.
It's a SaaS product, yes, real time, right?
So what's the advantage of doing this versus just building a mobile app?
So we are not just one product, we are a suite of products, right? So we give you a mobile website, we also give you a mobile app, right? So the biggest advantage is we give you features which you cannot recreate in-house, right? Because you're probably on a traditional platform or you're an e-commerce company which doesn't have tech in its DNA, right? So the first advantage is time, yeah, and the second advantage is the acceleration you get in terms of go to live, right? And the third is that this is more stable and steady technology that already has heavy conversion rates, right? So it's a low risk for a retailer.
You should have been a part of my panel earlier on e-commerce facilitators, because this is, you're essentially providing a very core service for many e-commerce merchants. But I'm sure this is also very competitive, as you rightly point out. You have these like Magento and a number of these other players, whether they're foreign players, Indian players, everybody's entering this space in some way, shape, or form. So how do you stay one step ahead given how competitive this market is?
So let me just take the case of Magento itself, right? So Magento has the largest market share in India and globally, right? It's 250,000 stores, right? Now this is an open source system, right? It doesn't have any mobile component to it, yeah? Nor is it being built and managed by someone in particular, right? So we don't directly compete with a Magento or an OpenCart or someone in particular, right? What we do is we add it to your existing Magento, right? Just like how you have any SaaS like a live chat Web Engage, any on-site tool, right? So we added as a layer over your existing e-commerce system, right? So all our customers already use one of these products and use us to fix those problems.
But don't those platforms have add-ins for this particular use case?
No, nothing that is actually like production ready. Yeah. Right? So all of these customers are not new e-commerce companies or startups, right? They have already been in the business generating lakhs of revenue per month, right? Some of them are funded as well, right? But they choose us because the problem we solve is something they know they cannot solve easily.
Is there a way the business can get smarter over time, where the more clients you have, the easier it is for you to scale, the more powerful your solutions become, the harder it is for new competitors to enter the space just because you're the behemoth?
Right. So we are creating a barrier of entry there is where we are targeting mid to large customers, right? Because the technology that you require to cut it out for them is far steeper, right? So one is, like I said, we are specifically targeting Magento, right? So that's something that, our competitors who are trying to do this, they say that, I'll take any e-commerce site mobile, right? That has been attempted before and it has failed. Because e-commerce is a very complicated business logic based driven business, right? So that's one thing. And we're not just a single product, right? So, it's also targeted to agencies. It's also targeted if you have an in-house IT team, you can use us to just go faster, right? So our aim is to not, like somebody feel that they have a lock-in, right? We are giving them multiple m-commerce tools to build out their mobile the way they want to rapidly, right? Because you must have heard of problems earlier that, e-commerce businesses don't have REST APIs, right? That means even if a smartwatch releases and there's an SDK, there's nothing you can do about it, right? So we're the first player to bring a REST API to every e-commerce on Magento, right? So that's what we are trying to build, right? So it's a platform and as well, on which you can build upon.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks.